professional club president, chairman, owners, football association president, national technical director, any workers in the football industry to share with me those statistical criteria that everybody should know to help their players, their team, their educators, their managers to develop the players the best way, the fastest one, and the most efficient one. So I want to share the method I have used to professionally with 50 professional football players for 20 years now. I want to share those statistics criteria for you to help the game to improve, to help the value of your players to improve, to help the result of your team to improve, to help your academies to develop players the best way. In order to do that, I offer seminars to every one of you who are interested to have a 4 days seminar dedicated on the professional football team of yours, or dedicated on the national football team of your football association. And if you choose a 10 days seminar, then I will share those statistics criteria, those statistics improvement method to every teams, every trainers, every sports directors of your club, of your football association. So the first day of a seminar, I spend a day with the owner or the president of the club, of the football association, to share with him first what could do the knowledge and the competencies of those statistics. Yes, when you know how to trap the ball, when you know what are the analyses that we should use to know exactly the efficiency of the control, the trapping game, of the driving game, of the passing game, of the shooting game, how to call the ball, how to move. If a president of a club, if a president of an association knows with lots of accuracy what is the real value of the player's game, he will not only be more confident in what he's doing, but he will have under his control the evolution of his group, of his company, of his club, of his football association, but he will also be able to help every other working with him to develop himself and others the same way and with the same language, which is very important. So the first day of the seminar is for the president. The second day of the seminar is for the sports director, with who I will share the same statistics, analyses and criteria for him to develop his work with more efficiency for his players and his teams. The third day is a seminar with the professional team manager. He needs also to be aware how to develop individually his players. He needs to know how to evaluate a player every day. And then the 4 days seminars is dedicated to the players themselves, the professional players of your team. So I spend a day with them to let them know their criteria, which those they should be working and they should be looking at when watching their games on video, when practicing every day, when they want to develop and improve statistically, they have to know what are the criteria they should be using when they look at their trapping game, when they look at their shooting game, their passing game, their driving game, when they call the ball, when they press the opponent, when they cover the opponent. They should be the best person on earth to exactly know if they're doing the perfect thing or if they're not. If you choose the 10-day seminar, then the 5th days of the seminar is dedicated to the director of the academy, to let him know the same principles and the same criteria of the statistics with which he should be working on a daily basis. And then the 6 days is with the director of the clinic, the director of the school, of the young categories, for him to discover exactly, technically, what are the criteria of the statistics, of the true value of a player, for him to develop the youngest players the best way. And then the 7 days is spent with the days of seminar with the teams, educators, trainers and players of the academy, of the one players who are almost very near to the professional level. The 8th days is spent with the what we call the pre-academy players, the pre-academy teams and trainers. And then the 9th days is spent with the school teams, trainers and players. And at the end, the last day of the 10th days seminar is spent again the whole day with the president and or the owner, the leaders of the club, with who we discuss or like an audit of their players' value, of their players' possible evolution, improvement, and what kind of development their club requires for its best development. But most importantly, the goal I have, showing those statistics to every one of you around my seminars, is to make sure that you'll be not only working for the best level of your players, not only working for the best improvement and result of your teams, not only for your club to win titles, but doing so, I really want you to share those principles, those statistics, this awareness with the whole bunch of people who loves you, your club, your brand, because they will be shared to lots of people who will want to do the same work that you're doing, sharing the statistics. So I share that with you in order for you and I to share that with as many people as possible. So if you are the Real Madrid, if you are Manchester United, if you are Arsenal, if you are Paris Saint-Germain, if you are Juventus of Torino, if you are Bayern Munich or Dortmund, if you are Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, all those big brand, big name, biggest club of our planet, showing and sharing those statistics with you will allow me to tell them and show them to every players of our planet, to every coach and trainers of our planet, to every president of a club in our planet, to every football association players, football association, sports director, president of our planet, just because you're going to show that you're using those statistics in your game. Not only with your players' statistics, but also with your team's statistics, who will dramatically improve. And you'll become, if you're not already, the leader of your championship. You will become a brand, not only locally not only regionally, not only nationally, but maybe continentally, or eventually internationally, which is my purpose, which is the reason why I come to you to share those statistics, for sure to improve your players, your teams, for them to be the best, to lead the way for others to understand the same statistics, criteria, the same didactics and pedagogics method of individualization of the work for a player, for every player of one team, for every player of an academy. This is the reason why I really want to see those young players everywhere around the planet, because of you, because of your brand, because of your notoriety, because of your love of others, because of your example of life, example of football, example of techniques. Then you will attract those players to play the same way. And I will give them the chance, because of you, to understand the same criteria of their game, for them to improve their game the same way you do, for them to improve the love of each other, the love of the game, for them to improve the joy to play that game, to improve the joy to live together in a team, in a club. Just because Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and others, Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco, Marseille, will have been showing in their game those statistics, criteria, done. And not only we are going to be entertained, not only we are going to see lots of goals, but also we are going to see the good control, the good trapping game. We are not going to see anymore any bounce in the game. We are not going to see anymore any fight in the game, because the real game is the opposite of this. So how to pass, in what direction, how to trap, with what gestures, how to call the ball, how to move, why, when. All those principles have to be shared individually for the individual performance of each player of our planet, for the whole game to improve, for the whole entertainment of a game to improve, for the football industry to be playing its role. You are a model. This is why you are a star. If you are a football club renowned internationally, it's not only because you are Real Madrid. It's not because you have a history. It's because you have a mission of entertain us, a mission of show us the way to win in our lives, but also, and most importantly, show the way of how to educate our people, how to educate us in our game, in our way of play, but also in our life, in our health, body health. If you share the way you pay attention to your body, if I share with you the way I have shared with professional players to not be injured, for sure your players and everybody around you will climb a level of education. Another awareness will be then shared. And everybody needs it, especially the children. Every community needs it, everywhere around the world. And only because you will share with them the statistics I would have shared with you that will improve dramatically the game, you will also improve dramatically the level of awareness of the living way, of the way we love each other, the way we treat ourselves, the way we pay attention to our body messages, the way we pay attention to our professional environment, the way we pay attention to our family environment, the way we pay attention to any others around us. This is what those statistics shared with you are supposed to work for the whole community in the world. Do you understand, dear president, dear managers, dear players, dear sports directors, dear football amateur president, dear football association president, selectioners, that it is your role to show the best game, to show the most important numbers of goals, the most important best way of trapping, best trap, best drive, best pass. But if you don't know the principles at work in each players of yours, you're not going to be able to have under your control the game, their game, the individual game of each 11 players who plays in the same time, each game. You have to go deep in the understanding of the way they work individually, moving, trapping, recovering, mindset. This is not scientifically said nowhere. I have been experienced them because of my work for 20 years. So I know how to educate a player for him to not be injured. It's a proven one. I know how to help a player to take care of his mind through meditation. 3 types of meditation. The meditation of your link with the source who creates us. The meditation with your body, who tells you messages that you've not been able to listen at first meditation. And the third meditation is the meditation with your environment, life. Life around you is speaking you the words of life every minute. But if you don't know the criteria of the environment, the way that the environment is speaking to you, to each of you, you're not going to be driven the right way in your life, in your self-improvement. You're not going to be aware of what you should be improving within you now. This is what I want to share with every player who will want to manage his life, his game, his health, and his career with this method. This is what I want to share with every president of a club, with every president of a football association. How to manage every one of its players in health, personal development, in his mind, through meditation work. How life is speaking to each other in their body, in their environment, and if they do meditate every day, how the source directly speak to them. Everybody needs this on our planet now. This is why football is the choice of mine, to make sure that lots of people, as many as people as possible, will be aware of that methodology I've been using with professional football players for 20 years. They have proven the method is working well. No injury. They play together, they play games, they practice every day. No injury. It's not by luck, because we have been controlling something together. Why they are the best players in their championship? Not because they are the most talented, they were not. Didier Drogba is not the most talented player. Florent Malouda, certainly not the most talented player. Eric Carrière in France, certainly not the most talented players. But they were the most efficient player in the game. Why? Because they have been structuring their game on a daily basis more than the others. They have been structuring their life on a daily basis more than the others. They have been structuring their health, their body health, on a daily basis more than the others. And after 20 years working with them, no injury, working with this methodology, I can then share that. I have to share that with lots of people because of the big brand of the football, who are in need of those statistics improvement and of this methodology for it to be applied to every one of their players. This is the reason why I do seminars now to every professional clubs. But because it is the start of it, I offer that seminar to one club per championship to start with. Why I do that? It's because I don't have time. If I show the way in one nation or in one big name of a continent, my job is done. I know every people will be aware of it, aware of the statistics, aware of the 10 rules of life that are working, aware of the 10 rules of the physical health that are working, aware of the 10 rules of the competencies, the talents that everybody, human being, does have, so does need to use to be playing his role in life. Only with one big name on earth, I will be able to share that to everybody. Because I will make sure that that big name will become the biggest. Because the game will be better. Because their game will be a lot better than the others. But also because the attitudes of the players, the health of the players, the awareness of the players will shone, will bright enough to attract the whole community in their continent, or even globally, internationally, worldwide, every players who will want to be like you, who will want to shine like you, who will want to play statistically their game like your players. I make sure I will do it. I only need one big brand or one brand to become the biggest. But I do share that with every one president of a club, football association who wants these statistics, this awareness, this knowledge in his club, in his organization, for this organization to share that with for its community. Whatever the community is, there is no little or big in life. If you are Real Madrid, thank you, dear president. We are going to share that to everybody in one time. If you are another brand, like Tottenham, we are going to share that in the whole European life. If you are the Wydad Casablanca, we are going to share that the whole African community. If you are Qatar, we are going to share that to the whole Gulf and Asian community, because you've been leading the way now because you just won the championship of Asia. If you are another little club, you are going to become the best club in your nation. So you are going to share that brightness, that knowledge to the whole community of your nation. I take one president, one brand per championship for it to show and lead the way for others to follow that way. Because that way is the way of how to pay attention to himself, how to pay attention to others, how to pay attention to everything that we are doing. For the health, the success, and also for the game that should be entertaining us, and it doesn't. Can you imagine, dear President, when we watch a game, Every minute of this game should be a scoring situation. And if you look at it, there is only a scoring situation every 15 minutes per game as an average. This is not because the players are not good. This is not because the trainers are not good. This is not because the managers is not doing the work. Because nobody knows the way individually a player is effectively playing its game. Nobody did pay attention to this with a deep attention, with a real knowledge, tactical knowledge, technical knowledge, physical knowledge, physiological knowledge, mindset knowledge, emotional knowledge, energy knowledge. Yes, if the vibration frequency of your players are low, they are not going to be connected to the right action, to the right emotions, to the positive vibes, as we say. Those are responsible of us using with efficiency our best talents. This is working that way for players. This is also working for every people. This is why you, football club, football association, worldwide renowned, you should be using this notoriety to educate everyone, players and others, with what your players are using on a daily basis to make sure they are their best every game. They are the best in their life. They are at their best in their health. They are at the best in their happiness. This is your mission. This is your role. And I make sure with my seminars that this is going to be happening. Only one of you will be enough for me. One per continent, one per championship, one per nation, one nation in the world will be enough for me. So please make sure that you will have this seminar, me and my collaborators, to come to your club, wherever you are, for you to be aware of the statistics and all the knowledge I represent. Thank you.